Tips on Breeding Koi, by Mikkel, www.koifishlovers.com. If you are reading this, then I am sure you are aware of the size to which koi can grow. Considering you will need a male and a female in order to mate and make breeding possible, that means that you are going to need a fairly large tank in which to let this happen. You will need to consider the fish as well. The higher the quality of the parents, the higher will be the quality of the offspring. That is fairly common in the laws of nature, but one that people tend to forget when picking mates for this purpose. In koi breeding, you need to keep in mind the age of the koi that you are considering for the task of breeding as well. If they are too old, the eggs the female produces might be too hard for the sperm to penetrate and fertilize. If the female is too young, the egg may not survive because the egg will be too thin to make it. The best and ideal median age for the koi used for breeding and generating quality fry with a minimum of possible problems would be somewhere between the ages of 4 to 5 years. Once you have chosen the prospective breeders, it would behoove you to keep them fed well and keep them away from members of the opposite sex for a month or better to allow for optimal spawning. While it is generally best to have one male to one female, to ensure fertilization you may use up to 2 males per female, though never more than that for reasons of aggression which may cause injury during koi breeding. You will have the best success in the spawning process during a full moon, and the fish will do better at the spawning if the water temperature remains fairly constant throughout the time periods they are spawning or attempting to spawn. Your best bet for a spawning tank for your koi breeding is a completely round tank capable of holding at least 1,000 gallons of water, and will need to be properly aerated to allow the water to be optimal. When the male is attempting to get the female to release the eggs, he will often force her against some object and force thousands of sticky eggs out of her. The eggs will stick to almost anything they come in contact with, and the male will fertilize the eggs with his sperm. Another thing that you will want to keep in mind about koi breeding is that the male and the female will from time to time eat the eggs and the fry, so once they have spawned, they should be removed into other tanks to allow the eggs time to hatch into fry. The male and female both need recovery time of about 24 hours, so they should be alone in tanks. The male can become infected during this time, and since the female still smells like spawning during this time period, other males may attempt spawning. The fry can survive the first day off the yolk sac, but then should be fed 4 to 5 times daily for about 3 months. For more information on keeping koi fish, visit www.koifishlovers.com to claim your own koi care email mini course for free. Head over there now.